All right, welcome to episode 91, the Port Fest version of the Beer and Bullshit Show! Woo! I'm the host, Chris Bennett, and we have a live human being at Port Fest!
It's true. It's true. Here, check out the view. Here we go. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
I see a fabulous blur and a beautiful mountain.
Just like I remembered it, Jim Bab.
Yep. Sweet. I'm pretty large over here. Loaded up before coming over. So definitely scored some winners.
Cool.
Farmstead is not open on Monday, Monday, or Tuesday. But I'm gonna. But did go to the new Alchemist retail shop, which is pretty cool. Super industrial, and they have 4 different beers for sale.
4.
4. Yeah.
4. I guess 4 is better than none.
Yep.
It looks beautiful, Jim.
So, Jim Bab, any people that you've run into that are that's new or you haven't seen in a while? All right.
All right. Well, I guess he's kind of locked up a little bit.
He's been frozen.
Frozen in time at PorkFest.
Frozen in time. Well, Rogers doesn't have that great of internet connection anyway, so I mean, at least we can say that we tried. But anyway, Amy, since we're having mild difficulties with Mr. Jim Babbles there, what are you drinking?
I've been drinking a little bit this afternoon. Before I came on, I had to do a beer run for the restaurant that I work at. So I did 140 miles just to go get beer for them. 70 miles.
140 miles?
Yes, I did 140 miles this afternoon because there was a certain person in our restaurant that did not want to give the beer guy a check yesterday. Well, he got fired, and the beer guy didn't drop off the beer yesterday. So I went 70 miles each way and got the beer. I got 16-point IPA from Devil's Backbone, which I had a glass of, two of this afternoon. Coming in right at 9.1. Delicious 91 IBUs. I also had a glass of Tropicana from Heavy Seas because I can't resist. It's my favorite IPA ever. But I did refrain for a little while. And now I'm getting ready to open up. Let's see, this one from Adroit, which is up in Northern Virginia. And it's right at 10%. Let's see. it says the first taste exceeding all expectations, your satisfaction is met with a bitter end, destruction inevitable, death delivers your eternal rest, the march continues for another, your skull and bones are all that remain indulgent life. And it's 10%. And see, I don't have my IBUs on here. But they're in Bent Hill, Virginia.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful bottle. It's evil. So I know it's going to be just... You know it's going to be brutal.
Brutal. Brutal.
Did you see the bottle?
Bottle. Yes, I see the bottle.
So I'm going to go ahead and I guess do the honors on this one. Bottle opener. So, 2 pieces it is. Only suitable for such a brutal bottle.
You
Oh my
poured that
God.
rather aggressively.
It's actually more boozy than it is hoppy. It's like
What
it
is
was
it at?
aged.
10%?
Yeah, oh, it's definitely 10%. I don't, it must have been aged in something. Yeah, it was fucking good. Let me take a look. See, what the hell did they do with this beer? Because it's a triple IPA, but it doesn't taste like a triple IPA.
She's not looking.
Oh, this one's actually out of production. This is Now I Am Death, Destroyer of Worlds. Nice.
So that means you got a rarity then.
I tell you what, I found a couple of 2015 Is this 188 or 144? I found a couple of 2015 Stone.
Okay.
Shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out which beer this is. The chai latte stouts.
Okay.
And I bought 3 of those last weekend.
Sweet.
And then I drank one. Oh yeah, it's 120 IBUs.
120 IBUs.
And you don't taste it. It tastes more boozy than it does hoppy.
And it's a triple IPA, right?
Yep. Triple IPA.
Nice.
They're evil. They're wonderful. They make the most fucking metal beers on the fucking planet.
If that were a metal beer, if that were a metal band, what would it be?
Oh God, it'd be like Slayer times 5,000. I don't know.
Slayer,
I don't know.
like
Maybe-
Slayer, like
Maybe like Behemoth, I guess.
Behemoth. Yeah.
But it would definitely be just wrong in every sense of the word, but you would love it all the same way.
Awesome.
I really got to find out more about this beer. I wish I would have researched it before I got on.
Yeah, well, save it for another time.
It's good shit, though.
Anyway, I just got done.
What are you drinking? I would say, what are you drinking?
Actually, I just got done drinking the 21st Amendment Brew Free or Die, the Blood Orange IPA.
Yeah, I like that one. We actually have that on draft at the bar that I work at.
This is probably one of the better Blood Orange IPAs I've had. It's actually pretty good.
Oh, here we go. I got it right here.
Okay.
Now I am Death, Destroyer of Worlds, Ghost 540 IPA from Adroit. It's out of production. It's 10%. It's 124 IBUs.
Dang.
And it is fucking killer. I really wish this brewery is up there closer to DC. I'd say
Okay.
it's about an hour southwest, but it's completely out of the way for me, no matter where I'm going. But they make some really fucking amazing fucking beer. And all their experimental beers, I want them. I want to be there. I want to just sit there in their yard and drink them all, but I can't. But I really
Yeah,
want
because
to.
you have a job and you have kids to take care of and you have a boyfriend that loves you.
I have this thing called a life.
Get in the way.
Yeah, that little life thing gets in the way.
Beats me. I don't know. You got me fooled.
But I do really, really try to have, some fun with it. I want to go up there and have beer.
Maybe once you get yourself established or whatnot up there, maybe you can just get a weekend and escape from the kids, and you and the man can go down there and experiment on some beers.
Yeah, we definitely do try. It'd be really cool if you could actually meet us in Virginia at some point, or Pennsylvania, or Maryland, or somewhere like that. And yeah.
That will probably be
and-
next.
Next
That will probably
summer.
be next year.
Next
Yep.
summer. Yep.
Next summer we're gonna come out to Pennsylvania and see my mommy. I miss my mom.
Yeah, I would miss my mom.
Yvonne,
if I could see her all the time. How is she feeling, by the way? Is she good?
Yvonne's in the background going, I miss your mom too.
Oh.
So, by the way, say hi, honey.
Hey.
Hi guys.
Hey, honey, how you doing? She's like, I've been better.
Yeah, she's all like, I hopped up on drugs. Drugs, nice drugs.
Yeah.
Love them. So, I'm kind of deciding on what I want next.
I don't know. I know I want more of this.
Yeah, well, bit of it, I'm sure. So, and it ain't the wife.
What now?
The beer that I got today, I'll be opening after I get done with the Hofbrau. I'm opening up a Hofbrau. I love my German beers. Yummy, 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 yummy. Can't go wrong with the Germans, you know.
In theory.
So, anyway.
What's your name? What is it? Are you Chris? Yeah, there you are. Chris. Yeah. I'm going to tag you on my Untapped.
Oh, I thought we were already on Untapped together.
Oh, we are. We are, but I hadn't tagged you in anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I just.
I know we's connected on Untapped. So.
Well, I just tagged you. Ha.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott said he's coming on.
Okay. That's cool.
Yay.
Hey, do you know a month from now? I know you're not probably big into them, but a month from now, we'll be drinking Oktoberfest beers.
I'm actually kind of okay with Oktoberfest beers.
I love my Oktoberfest beers. I go ape shit over Oktoberfest.
I get excited when my pumpkin beers start coming out because I'm a white girl, because that's what we do.
Yeah, you like the pumpkin lattes, don't you?
You know I do.
The pumpkin spice lattes, typical white girl.
Yep.
That's the only way us brothers could get a white girl. Here's a fucking spice latte. Come here. Ooh, yes.
It's like, here, I got your basic bitch kit right here. Your pumpkin spice latte. Now, I don't like all the pumpkin beers, but the ones I do like, man, I really fucking like them, man. God, I do. But that's the start of, I know Shokavesa's coming right after that. I know my gingerbread stouts are coming up right after that. Start of, like, the super flavor season.
It's the start of the best beer season in the world.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Once the Oktoberfest beers start hitting, boom, it's over.
You know,
it's over.
It's motherfucking on. It's motherfucking on. You know it.
That's right. That means the pumpkin beers come out, then the winter beers start creeping in, and oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the winter warmers too.
Oh, yes. And then the bourbon aged stuff comes in, and
yeah. You're drinking out of the bottle.
And
must be a pretty crappy beer.
Actually, it's a pretty good beer, but I just don't want to put this one in a cup in a glass yet. The next one I will definitely put in the glass. I promise.
Let me tell you what, this one right here deserves like a shout. Oh, do I have a shout? I'm gonna be weird for a minute.
Okay.
Well, not that I'm not always weird, because I am.
Oh, you're never weird. Come on, Amy. We don't have weird people on this show.
Just because I feel like it's kind of fitting and deserving.
Okay.
I'm going to take this awesome beer. And it's very small. But I'm
Scott White.
I'll put it in the little chalice.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, guys?
Scott, my brother. Hey, Scott. We were just talking that within a month and a half, we'll be sipping on some Oktoberfest beers.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait for the Oktoberfest.
I know Scott and I, we always look forward. And you know what? One year I'm going to have to come out to Cincinnati
For Oktoberfest.
for Oktoberfest. Just to meet you.
Oh, dude, man, you come out to Oktoberfest, I will personally fight it to get you to meet Jim Cook as well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I meet the man at least once a year for the last 5 years.
That would be awesome. I could say my distributor distributes your beers.
Right. Speaking of which, I'm going to pop open this this one-off beauty of a beer. I was so lucky to get a bottle from them. It's their Black Harbor Stout. It was only at the brewery, so unfortunately I had to share one here with you guys.
Cool. Didn't you do a beer review on that already?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Amazing beer. Oh, I love this so much.
So
and for the fans of your show that don't know, Black Harbor Stout is just a Russian Imperial Stout. Pretty much just, it says from black as night, this Imperial Stout with layers of rich flavor, depths from dark malts, like, and it gives these malts out. Some of them I have never heard of. And it just says to the roasty sweetness from cocoa, coffee, hint of smoky pepper spice, and then aged in Utopia barrels.
wow.
Sounds very good. Sounds very good.
It sounds really tasty.
Hey Scott, I was just telling Chris that I got a bunch of bottles of 2015 Stone Chai Spice Imperial Stout from Stone.
Nice.
I just got a couple bottles of that this past weekend. And you want to talk about who was fucking happy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I wasn't even expecting this because I got this one as a one-off, and they sent me another one-off. I can't remember which other one they sent me. I did a video of it too, and I just posted it recently. Oh my god, was it good? It was I have to pull my phone up here.
Let me read you the description, Scott, from the one I'm drinking right now.
Yeah, let her read it.
The first taste exceeding all expectations, your satisfaction is met with a bitter end. Destruction is inevitable. Death delivers your eternal rest. The march continues for another. Your skull and bones are all that remains of a once indulgent life.
Nice.
Yeah, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if you guys can
I
see
have
the
found
video.
the ultimately evil beer.
You see that?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It was it's
Honestly-
made with orange peel, and it's aged in a rye whiskey barrel.
All right, check this one.
Oh, I like the label.
It's from
What brewery is that?
huh?
What brewery is that?
Adroit Theory out of Centersville, Virginia.
I remember when my daughter was in Valparaiso, we used to go up there, and I have a really nice beer store that I used to go up to. Really nice people. And I said, I want something uniquely Indiana. And a guy comes up to me and he says, have you ever had anything from this brewery called Evil Czech Brewery? I was just like, no. And he's like, you will love this. He says, if you don't, you can come and pick me up. I liked it. And when I saw the guy I did, I was like, I'm not going to beat you up, dude. That was pretty good. So today, I was at my favorite beer store. And this guy was talking to, I think it was his wife or something. He goes, I'm looking for a Hefeweizen. And I turned to him, I go, you know the Germans make the best Hefeweizens. And he's all like, do you know any offhand? I go, yes, I do. The Paulaner Hefeweizen.
Yep.
He goes, do they have that here? I go, yeah, my company distributes that. They better have some here. And he's all like, oh, where is it? And I grabbed this 6-pack of the Paulaner Hefeweizen, and I go, this is the best Hefeweizen you will ever have. Ever have. No American Hefeweizen will even match this Hefeweizen. And he's like, wow, you really put your words on this. So I go, yeah. And he's all like, I was like, and if you see, I said, if you ever see me out on the town and you don't like the Paulaner Hefeweizen, you can kick my ass. And he looked at me and he's all like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right, but still. I go, if it's a Hefeweizen.
When you're able to put your name behind something, yeah, it's a big deal.
I said, I will put my money where my mouth is. Okay, and the Paulaner is just number one, hands down. I mean, the Germans have been doing it for 300-400 years. They perfected it. I mean,
it's like talking about Belgian beer and talking about Abbott 12. It's just a really good fucking beer.
Exactly. I mean, so the guy's like, oh, thank you. He's like, oh, my name's so and so, and I go, oh, I'm Chris. I work for Chick Fritz Distributing. Actually, I just plugged my work. Peace out to all my homies watching. And you know, and that's how you kind of make connections, and people realize, you know, when they see you again, they're like, oh man, that was great. Is there anything else you can suggest? And you know, that's how you go with things. So.
And I mean, I did the same thing at the bar all the time, but I mean, we mainly just serve craft beers, not overseas beers.
Right.
You know, so I mean, what we have. I mean, the thing is, what we have. I mean, I really know really well what we have. I really get really drunk off of what we have, and it's really good.
We've been like, good friends.
What do you like? You know, I mean, do you like porters? Do you like stouts? Do you like IPAs? Do you like Hefeweizens?
Last night.
We have a little bit of all of it. You know, we run 16 taps, which isn't a lot, but I mean, my town, it's only 3,600 people. So
right.
Just the fact that we have a fucking craft beer bar that I can work with is really good.
You know what, Amy? But out of 3,600 people in your town, maybe you might have 100, maybe 200 avid craft beer drinkers. So
I tell you what, I mean, I can run up. I mean, I can do $1,000 a night in sales. So,
Yeah. Yeah, because people are willing to pay that. Pay whatever. What is it? What do you charge? Like $5 a pint?
no, we charge between $6.25 and $10 a pint, depending on the ABV and what it is.
Wow.
But
Depending on what
but
it
thing
is.
is, I mean, I'll run samples all night long, and I tell you what, I can sell it
Right.
because I know the beer.
I was
That's a lot.
sitting at the bar last night. Woman walks in. The bartender's not at the bar. He was out talking to his girlfriend, of course. I'm already like 2 beers in by that time, and I'm just sitting there, just chilling. She walks up, starts looking at the menu. I'm like, well, that, and that is not on tap right now because the lines just blew. I said, they just tapped out of it. She was like, well, I don't know what I want. I said, well, if you don't mind, what's your flavor profile?
That's exactly what I do.
And she started doing a run through. She's like, well, generally I'm into stouts and porter. She was like, but at the same time, I'm just feeling a change up. She was like, something maybe a little fruitier or something. I said, the fruitiest thing they got on tap right now happens to be the Framboise, and it's just, it's killer. I mean, it's like what I described as ghetto raspberry Kool-Aid. But it's just like, if you want something that's right up your alley, I said, take this. And I pointed to it. She's like, huh, I haven't had that one yet. I said, you haven't had Clown Shoes Ohio Unidragon?
Oh God, Clown Shoes, they everything they do is good.
Yeah, I'm like, what have you been missing if you haven't tried it? I said, this is specifically brewed in Massachusetts for Ohio. And she was like, well, I'll give it a try. I said, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm going to put my stakes on it. I said, it's a good beer. I seen her later that evening. She was like, thank you for the beer recommendation. She was like, it was killer.
Yep. And we can't get Clown Shoes out here, so.
Clown Shoes is pretty decent.
It's their bombers are a little pricey, like when it comes to their barrel aged stuff, but it's worth it.
Right. I'm gonna when we go out to Pennsylvania next year. I'll have to. Well, we'll swing through Ohio and see if we can get some Clown Shoes stuff.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place, dude. You'll be able to find it.
Yeah, you'll be able to find it pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, anything in a 22-ounce bomber from Clown Shoes. Oh god. They're 12-ounce bottle stuff, and they're 6-packs and they're 4-packs or whatever. They're now coming in 16-ounce cans. It's not bad, but I usually just tend to stick with the bombers only because of the fact that I just love my barrel-aged beers.
Yeah, I just picked up 4 bombers myself.
Nice.
I picked up one of them was the Rogue Paradise Pucker.
Okay. That's it.
It's an ale brewed with passion fruit, orange, and guava flavors. And then I picked up this one from Novo, Brazil. It's a brewery out in California. It's an Imperial Stout Corvo Negro.
Sounds interesting.
It's a 10%er, 80 IBUs. The third one I picked up is the Stone Tangerine Express IPA.
Oh, that's so good.
So
I'm still discrediting Stone, but
I pick up Stone once in a while.
They still don't fuck. They don't fuck up their IPAs. They fucked up a couple of their little porters and.
I just had the Stone Enjoy by 420, or what was it, 7417?
7417.
Yeah, the unfiltered.
Right.
I was mediocre at best. Like, I'm like, coming from Stone, especially being an IPA, I thought it was going to be like knock my socks off kind of thing. And it was just like, if you've had an Enjoy By, I'm like, meh, at best. I said, it's just
Right.
they're like IPAs. I thought, being unfiltered was going to do something for it, and it really didn't for me.
I just did a beer review on a beer that a friend of mine sent from Hudson Valley Brewing.
I've heard of it.
And it's trying to find a can, but it's around here somewhere.
I love doing
But they come in 32. What she sent me is they came in 32-ounce cans.
Nice.
So and then the second one I've got of them that she sent is it's called it's a 6%er. It's a 6%er called Osmosis Mask. So she said she had it on tap. She thought it was okay, but the first one was like a grapefruit a grapefruit New England style IPA, very juicy and very it's like a juice bomb.
Okay.
It's a grapefruit juice bomb. So, it was really good. I gave it a B+ rating. So,
I like hearing about good beer. Because I think, like the most of us probably tend to think, is that as soon as this, I guess you would call it, the bubble actually decides to pop, the ones that can't be sustained and stick around, they'll become more along the lines of like Hardywood, where they're more localized and more of a local tap room and stuff like that. And I tend to like that better than the corporate brands.
well, I personally think once the bubble bursts, okay, we'll have more local breweries,
Right.
and more regional breweries than national breweries.
Right.
I mean, we'll still have the ones that can produce nationwide, like
Right.
Sam Adams, Sierra
Nevada,
Nevada, Leinenkugel,
Right.
A lot of those, okay? And then some of the ones that thought they could go national, they're like, we're going to have to pull back on some of our stuff and go regional.
Well,
You'll only get them in like 6-7 states.
I was doing a little research, and there's some breweries out there in some states, and some of the laws really suck. And I know that each of our states have laws that kind of suck, but
Right.
it's like some of these are becoming astronomically suckage because of the fact that not only can you brew a certain amount for the year, you have a quantity that you can brew for the year. And then you can brew that much, but at the same time, you have to kind of think back, okay, well, I have to hold some back that I can only sell here. But there's certain states that don't let you do that. You have to actually sell it to the distributor. And if you want to sell it at the brew house, you actually have to buy it back from the distributor to be able to sell it at the brew house.
Right.
And I'm like,
right.
No, you guys have brewed the beer. You're already paying the taxes on the stuff that you brewed. So why not just sit there and be able to sell it there? But then you got all this bureaucratic crap that I just won't get into right now. I've become really delved into politics lately, and it's just like, it's a mess.
It is. It is. I'm about to open up that beer. It's from a brewing called High Water Brewing. It's called Campfire Stout.
Nice.
Let me read the back so Amy can drool. Campfire Stout evokes fond memories of wilderness and camping adventures. Notes of chocolate and graham cracker topped with a hint of marshmallow will leave you wanting s'more.
Ooh, it's a s'mores
Like
beer.
any
I love
Like any
s'mores beer.
campfire experience, this beer is the best shared with a warm circle of family and friends. So I'm sharing it with you guys. Okay?
Oh, that's s'mores beer. I love my s'mores beers.
And they're out of San Jose, California. So,
Well, hopefully, I'm knocking on wood at the moment. Hopefully, that it holds a fair bit of smoke to it for you in the flavor.
Oh no, I hope it brings every bit of sweetness and campiness.
Well, for the most part, if I was going to brew a like s'mores style of beer, well, first off, I would definitely have like smoke in it, like either as
Oh,
partaking
I'll tell
in
you,
like smoked chips.
Biggie s'mores coming out of Three Notch out of Virginia. I think it sets the standard. It is so fucking good.
Now, is it a base stout and then brewed with other stuff, or is it a milk stout?
It's a milk stout,
Okay.
but it's just so good. You would just have to have it.
My thing is that I would like to brew a really thick, heavy Russian Imperial Stout at somewhere between 10 and 12%, and then I would like to age it with some cinnamon, and just let it age on some graham crackers. I would also like to do it. Yeah. Anywho, I would definitely like to add it like actual marshmallow, give it a little bit more of that sweetness, that actual marshmallow style of flavor.
Well, this one just works. I mean, I'm sure it can be made better.
Well, of course, but I'm not digressing against what the brewery does.
It's right off the shelf, and it's good. Oh my God, it's good.
And I'm surprised
I
Chris
haven't
hasn't taken some stuff and entered it into like a homebrew contest.
I have not had a sip of this, but you can definitely smell there's the chocolate, there's a hint of vanilla, definitely that marshmallows. You can definitely smell that marshmallow smell. Wow. Graham crackers. You can smell the graham crackers. I'm gonna. This is not bad. Not bad at all.
Nice.
I'm impressed. And this is the first time I've had anything kind of like this. I picked it up thinking, Amy knows a little bit more about this kind of style beers than I do, so.
Now, do either one of you actually like smoked beers?
Yes, I do very much.
I do not.
Okay, I'll hold this
I
bottle.
know. The smoke porters and everything else.
Here's a company, and that's all they do is smoked beers. It's just a German company anyway. So, I mean, if you guys see these labels, I mean, this is a Doppelbock. They have a smoked Märzen beer, like their Oktoberfest style beer. That's all over the place. I mean, if you guys can find these fresh, and if you like smoked beers, then I would definitely pick them up because of the fact that these, especially coming from Germany, amazing. I mean, just spot on in the Rausch beer category, and they did bar none, hands down. I have yet to find more than one American company and I'm still searching. So I am going to say this lightly. More than one company that can do Roush beers here in America quite like that.
Anyway, so Scott, what have you been doing lately? Any new non-Sam Adam beers you've had that kind of impressed you?
Matter of fact, let's take a look. See, I tend to veer off some days and don't remember, but thank God for Untapped.
Yes.
Sometimes you may have one too many, but yet you still check them in, and it's just like, oh, thank God it's a savior. I've had I've had quite a few like non-Sam's beers. Let's see here. Go into mine. A lot of local flavor lately, and then some that have been out your way.
Okay.
I had the Robert the Bruce on tap.
Oh, from Three Floyds?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're at the pub that I usually go to. You see me there all the time. 101 bottles of beer on the wall. They're
Okay.
actually having a.
Hey guys,
Yes.
I gotta run.
Okay.
I got
An emergency?
yeah, I got a clusterfuck over where I work, which is like a block away from me, and there's, well, I've got the girls there, so, or I'll give you a. Yeah.
So, okay, well,
I'm gonna go take care of the girls. I can't leave the girls at the bar alone. Yeah.
all right.
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you. I love
Okay.
you both. You both
All
my
right.
big sexes. I love you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
But
She had an
just
emergency.
throwing it out there, they're having a Three Floyds tap takeover tonight.
Okay.
So they're. I was just like, I am not going because I know how hectic it'll be.
Oh, of course.
Let's see. I had one from Oddside Ales called Bean Flicker Blonde.
Bean Flicker. I've had that one. Yes.
I wondered if it was an ode to Tom Brady. And the only reason I say that is because of the fact that everybody knows that he graduated from Michigan, and then he went off to Beantown. So I was like, could this also be I even kind of perplexed the bartender because he was like, I never thought of it that way. Let's see, what else have I had lately? Big Black Voodoo Daddy, a 12% chocolate bomb. Again, the Stone Ruin 10 triple IPA with orange peel and vanilla bean. I had the Davy Murray's Best Scotch Ale from Lagunitas.
Okay.
I had Voodoo Love Child from Voodoo Brewing Company. This is like Jackie O's. It's called Off of the Beaten Path. It's a saison / farmhouse ale. What else did I had lately? Oh, 6 Points Jammer. It's a sour goza ale. Definitely have to give some love to Revolution Brewing Company. I've had several of this. One's enough. Killer beer. One from Wolf's Ridge Brewing Company out of Columbus, Ohio, called the Granola Ridge. of course, I had to go high ABV with this one. I had Avery's Uncle Jacob's Stout. Oh. Again, some Revolution Brewing Company's Deep Tar, Russian Imperial Stout. Jackie Ozoro Negro, which I've had on the site quite a few times. If I look back a little bit, I've had what's called Thirsty Dog Brewing Company out of Akron, Ohio. Cerberus. This version is a bourbon barrel aged. And then, like I said, I was showing the bottle off earlier. I had the Märzen style of the Rauch beer. Oh my God, I love that beer. And the only reason I say I love it so much is because of the fact that it tastes like smoked bacon. So I mean that's just two of my favorite things. I'm like, beer that tastes like smoked bacon. It just doesn't get any better for me. But out of curiosity, what's the ABV on that beer?
On the one, oh, it's 6.5.
Oh, okay. So it's a moderate beer. It's not too heavy.
Yeah. No. So, yeah, it's actually really delicious. And it wasn't expensive either. It was like, I think I paid $6.99 for a bomber.
That's not bad at all. There's something coming like that. And that's what I kind of got into a discussion with people. I believe that I posted it on my page before. I don't know if anybody from your group actually seen it. I do understand that 22-ounce bombers have become a issue nowadays for retail and also, you know, shelf space, trying to sell them off. I've noticed a lot of companies kind of switching over to like pint cans and also the newer 19.2 ounce cans. And I'm like, that if most beer today, I know some people have a problem with beer coming in cans because they swear that they can taste the aluminum. But I think the 19.2 ounce cans is like the perfect size, because if you come into a beer that you absolutely love and you're like, okay, it's a 12-ounce bottle or it's a 12-ounce can, I wish I had just a little bit more of that. Or even if it came in a pint can, I wish I had just a little bit more to satisfy my craving for this beer. Well, that's where I think the 19.2 ounces would come in more than the 22s. Because if the 22 ounce comes in at like, some of them are 22s, 24s, 25s, depending on the milliliters. But sometimes these are a harder sell because of the price point. Now, if you're coming in a can, maybe the price point may be just a slight hair different than the 22er because you're getting less, and also because of the fact that it's not glass bottle, it's aluminum, and you can still recycle it. What do you think about that?
I personally think that I've been buying a lot more cans lately for some reason. I don't buy as many bottles as I used to. But I mean, I really don't really care. I mean, as long as I like the beer, okay, and such, you know, I maybe 22 sometimes it's like, man, this is a great beer. I want more, and you can just dump another 10 ounces or whatever in your bottle. Or sometimes you like it so much, you're like, man, I got to go back to the store and get me another bomber.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, I don't know. It all depends. But actually, if the 19.2 would come in handy if you just don't like the beer. I mean, if you don't like something and you're like, yeah, but you're going to drink it anyway, you know, at least you're only drinking 19.2 ounces, not 22 ounces or 25 ounces or a 6-pack. 72 ounces. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean,
So it all depends. It all depends.
as a distributor,
You
have you gotten the wave of Hams and Zima?
We've always had hams.
Really?
We've always had hams. Yes, I have hams in one of my stores actually, and then the Zimas. My stores that I have accounts with did not get the Zimas because
Nice.
they didn't want it.
Nice.
Okay, because it was a limited. It was limited.
Right.
Okay, so the Walmarts, the Shop and Saves, the Schnuckses, Hy-Vee, and Friar Tuck all got Zimas, and none of the county markets did, which is fine because
Right.
I didn't want Zimas sitting on the shelves 6 months later because everybody just went through that Zima phase. So I'm kind of happy, but I can't tell you how many people came up to me and like, "Are there going to be Zimas at county market?"
I mean, even the place that I go to, 101 bottles of beer on the wall. I mean, they even just bought into the nostalgia. I mean, I've never seen a 30 pack of hams at a craft beer store before in my life, but they did it, and they were just like, here's for the nostalgia reason. Here's for the people that want something, somewhat different than your Budweiser, Bud Light, or your 30 pack of PBR. They were like, here's something that they brought back for, in our neck of the woods, I guess, a limited amount of time.
Hey, Scott, I got a confession. And this is probably the only time you'll ever see me do it. And I will not drink it on the Beer and Bullshit show, okay? Because it's prohibited on the Beer and Bullshit show. But I can show it on the Beer and Bullshit show, okay? I've sold so much of this lately, okay, in my stores, okay, that I need to know why people are buying it up.
Okay.
Because when I took over my county markets, I couldn't sell this beer off the shelves. It sat and sat and sat and sat and sat. But over the last 6 months, I can't keep this particular beer on the shelf.
Okay. Lower. Okay, I see. Oh, there it is, Miller High Life. Okay.
Miller High Life.
Okay, so you can't keep it on the shelf for some reason.
I can't keep it on the shelf, whether if it's bottles or cans. So on the weekend, when I've got a little bit of time, I'm just gonna see why people are buying this shit out of this.
I've done the same thing lately. I posted it up on my my Untapped. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? The shit that I do for badges on Untapped. But I will show the empty bottle. Needless to say, I got through 4, decent mouthfuls of this beer, and I just had to dump it because of the fact that I couldn't handle it anymore.
They sell a shitload of that in Springfield.
I couldn't handle it.
That is right now. That is Skeff's Distributing, my enemy. Okay, because they handle the Budweiser. All right. That is their #1 light beer.
Wow. I'm like,
in the market.
To me, there was nothing but a little bit of like corn sweetness and a Rice Krispie finish. I'm like, it is so overly nasty to me. It was just like, I couldn't do it. I'm like, I
am telling you, that is their #1 light beer right now. In the market, in their market, is that Michelob Ultra.
Wow.
Yes.
But on a better note, I found a bunch of these, and I really enjoyed that. I'm just like, hey, even if it's a light beer, I'll drink it, but it's got to have flavor, dude. It really does. It's got to be worth the money, and it's got to have at least a decent amount of flavor, or it's garbage. Now, most people that I did talk to,
I'm sorry, I had to talk to
no.
the wife for a second.
Most people that I talked to did say, knock on wood, I'll give you great benefit of the doubt here, because I have yet to find a single bottle to kind of prove this to myself, that your favorite go-to beer is like one of the best of the lower end quality beers.
Oh, the Banquet?
Yeah.
It's a delicious beer.
Everybody said that that's one of the best of the lower quality end beers. They said if you're having, you got no money whatsoever, they said go pick yourself up a Coors Banquet.
The one that you said had the awesome logo. Smell first. Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, the Banquet's delicious.
I mean, if you'll see me post it up, you may even see me do a review. If I can find a single bottle of the Coors Banquet, I will do a review of it.
Well, actually, I don't know if they ever come in single cans or single bottles or whatnot, but you could probably get a 24-ounce can or something for cheap or something.
Well, most places around here, I mean, they don't even sell the Coors Banquet. I mean, most of the time it's just your basic Coors Light, Miller Light, and Bud.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like every time I even go to the gas stations and stuff, it's 90% of it is usually just the garbage beer.
Really? I'm surprised because everywhere I go, they have at least Banquet.
Oh, no.
Banquet. No. They usually have Coors Banquet, Coors Light, Miller Lite, High Life. I'm just mentioning stuff that we distribute.
Oh, yeah.
And then the stuff that Scaff distributes, they got Bud Ice, Bud Light, Bud Regular, Nasty Light.
One of the hardest ones that just came out for me to find was this.
The Bohemian Pilsner?
Yeah.
I've not seen that yet.
This was one of the hardest beers that they released as a secondary, summer or spring sampler, or even into their summer stuff. This was like the hardest one to find. But I've already messaged people. I've already messaged Sam's. I've already messaged the distributing company. At least in my neck of the woods, find a Sam's, like, because most people are always like, oh, I can't find this, I can't find that. And if they're on their website or on their Facebook page, they tell them, try searching the Find a Sam's. And I found that it's not accurate like Sam's wants it to be. And that's because of the fact that it's more along the lines on the distributor's end. Because when a distributor like yourself would go in and you do your marketing, whether or not you go in, a person goes in and they sell X amount of beer or certain beers to an account holder, they have to record those and they have to report them back, whether it's to their boss as the headquarters of the distributor. And then this distributor says, okay, well, they put in the data and whatnot. And it, if the company wants to search, okay, what account holders have our beers, Now it boils down to, like in my area, there is a newer, younger kid doing the distribution for one of the main distributors for most of our beers. And he's not recording what he's selling. He's not writing down, okay, this beer's here. I distribute this beer here. It's not getting back to headquarters right. Or headquarters is not inputting the information in right. And I'm like,
And you know what? That's where the Sam Adams rep, if he exists in that market, would come in and find that information.
right,
I'm just saying it's not just the person at the distributorship,
right,
but that's why Sam Adams has all these reps all over the country, okay, to go to the distributor and say, where are our beers? Where in what bars, what convenience stores, what grocery stores are our beers in?
right. Especially
And if they're not in X amount of stores, why is that?
right. Well, that's what I that's the reason why I messaged Sam's directly through the person or persons that contact me about, doing reviews for them and, getting
Right.
Sam and whatnot. I'm like, okay, first of all, you guys are, logistics. I said, so therefore tell me if I'm wrong. I said, there's a three-way problem here. I said, not only does it revolve into the person doing the distributing, the distribution company, but also your rep from our area. I said, this is the reason why when I say, okay, I search up, like, just for an example, the Bohemian Pilsner. The Bohemian Pilsner is supposed to be all over the place, but at the same time, I can only find it at one store. That's because of the fact that I go to that store and I'm known there and they bring in all the Sams.
Right.
So therefore, I'm like, okay, well, if it's not there, it's going to be there within a couple weeks because of the fact they know me, they know I come there, so therefore it's going to be there. But other than that, I look on their Find a Sam's page and it's supposed to be all over. So therefore, I do a kind of like a drive around throughout the county, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not here, and neither is half of the beer that they say that is supposed to be here. And I know it would not sell out that quick. So therefore,
that's where the rep is lacking, because the rep is supposed to go back and tell the person in charge of logistics, okay, at Sam's, okay, in where do you live? North, what is it? Northwest Ohio?
Northeast.
Northeast Ohio. Okay, and he's probably got that huge area. What's that? Akron, Cleveland.
You're probably talking.
Am I wrong?
Maybe Akron, Youngstown, Ashtabula,
Town.
East Cleveland.
Right. Okay. He's probably got a lot of that area, and he has to go back to the logistics at with Boston Beer Company, okay, and say, this is where this beer is at. This is where this beer is at. This is where this beer is at. Okay. And I'm sure Sam Adams, okay, has a list of 8 beers that they want readily available just about anywhere.
Of course.
Especially grocery stores. I know with me, okay, I've got the lager, obviously. I've got the Rebel IPA. I've got Rebel Rouser. I've got the Juiced. Okay. I've got the Cream Stout. I got the Cherry Wheat. I've got the sampler pack. I got the 12-pack lager. I've got Rebel 12 packs.
Usually,
And I know I'm missing one. I know I'm missing one.
Pack of Rebels.
No,
The Pack of Rebels is it's a 12 pack.
it is right. I know that one. I don't have that. I don't have that one. But I know I'm missing the 6-pack.
Cherry wheat.
I already said cherry wheat.
Oh, okay. Usually it's cherry wheat, summer ale. Maybe you guys might still be.
Oh, the summer ale and porch rocker.
Yep.
Thank you. I've got the majority of those in majority of my stores.
Right.
Depending on how shelf space I've got for Sam Adams.
Right.
I mean, either than that, we stopped carrying the grapefruit IPA because it wasn't selling very well here.
Right.
Which, I mean, we have the option. Sam's doesn't say. Well, unlike a lot of other places, Sam's doesn't say, well, you got to carry X, Y, and Z beers. Okay, he just says, we just want the basic beers in our stores.
Right.
Basically, and then when the new seasonal comes out, we need those in there. Yep. Right. And that's it, and that's what I usually put in, and that's not just with Sam's. That's with everybody.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing too. I mean, I would also consider you as a distributor, not like loathing your business out there for everybody to know, but also give kind of like a rundown episode or a rundown, just a single episode for you and your channel, to kind of let people know how the distribution center and as an employee of the distribution center would actually work. Because, I mean, most people don't understand this. They just know that a guy shows up in a truck and delivers beer. But they don't know, the background networking that you would have to do between distribution and the actual beer company. Because if there's a specific beer out there, I mean, a company might make like in this case, I mean, we will see the Bohemian Pilsner I got by word, knock on wood. I don't know how true this is. I haven't had 100% feedback on this yet, but the Bohemian Pilsner may see in a mixed 12 in the fall. But I also have seen 6 to 7 different labels as of right now for the fall. So that might also be a one-off again. But I also hear that the Bohemian Pilsner is supposed to be a year-round beer from here on out until otherwise said. But what I'm saying is that it's like your general public don't really understand how the distribution works. Other than, like I said, I mean, a guy or a girl driving a truck comes to the store and delivers beer. But there's so much more to it than just that.
There is so much more. There is and I thought, and when I got in the distribution business, I thought it was the same way.
Right. I mean, it's like a big network hub. And you're not only talking to all the account holders that you guys deal with, but at the same time, you're dealing with all the brewing companies that you guys deal with. And it's just like it branches out into this big tree. And nobody really understands that.
Right.
I mean, until you get down into the nitty gritty like you and I and get into the politics of beer, and then you would actually understand. Like there's like even if a brewery comes out with 9 different beers and you only see 4 of these said beers in your neck of the woods, doesn't mean that you can't get them. Enough people have to request for the certain store in a certain area to carry it.
Well, it's not just like requests or anything. It's like what sells the best.
Right.
And we're not gonna carry like all 52 Sam Adams beers in our portfolio.
No,
That is impossible. That is impossible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, we're gonna carry the ones that are the most popular.
Right. But if it's a special order, like if somebody wants a full, pallet worth of a specific beer, I'm pretty sure that they can special order it through a grocery store or something.
Right. I don't know. It's all depending on the distributor itself. I mean, like last year when New Belgium came out with the 25th anniversary Fat Tire,
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were gonna come out. I thought we were gonna have it, and sure enough, we were told that we weren't gonna have it.
Really?
So I had to go up north and get it.
Did you guys end up getting the Sierra Nevada beer camp pack?
About that. Yeah, you know how much we got of that one?
Okay.
A pallet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's I'm
No,
not gonna
and
digress.
no, Scott, it was split between 3 warehouses.
What?
Yeah.
You guys got a pallet and you had to split it 3 ways?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant you in your distribution, you guys got 1 pallet.
It is our distribution, 1 pallet, but we have 3 different warehouses.
Okay.
So
Pallet.
one pallet is 49 cases.
Yep. Wow.
And each warehouse got 16 cases.
Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't very happy about that because there was one particular one I really wanted to try, and that was from and that was from Treehouse Brewing.
Yep. I you know what? I didn't even bite the bullet. I didn't even buy it because the last one, I still got like 6 beers from it. I was like impressed with the second version. I didn't get to try the first version. I bought the second version. I bite the bullet for the second one and paid the $25. I wasn't going to do it again.
Okay.
But I'm hearing good things about it. But at the same time, it's just like, man, almost $30 for a 12-pack.
From what I've heard, it was worth it, but
I'm just really surprised. I mean, I thought there would be a little bit more to go around, but I guess not.
yeah. So,
Although I wish more breweries would do similar things, because of the fact that, I mean, you guys, every brewer is fighting, especially in the craft brewer industry. I mean, they're all brothers in arms because they're all fighting big beer, big industry, whatever.
right.
And I wish that they would all come together, independently and do more collaborations, because of the fact that, just because this craft beer company can do an amazing beer doesn't mean that this craft beer company can. So even if you guys can come together, you guys can come up with something amazing. Whether it's Three Floyds, whether it's Boston Beer Company, whether it's Sierra Nevada, whether it's Anchor Steam, whether it's Stone, whether it's, some, no man's land company that we haven't heard.
In fact, the best beer I had last year was a collaboration.
Nice.
It was a collaboration between Shorts Brewing and Half Acre. It was a
The
Freedom
76?
78.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I had that. That was good.
That was, oh my God. And when I went out to try to find another 6-pack, it was gone.
You know what? I didn't even get a 6-pack. I got a single bottle, and when I went back, it was gone.
Oh, okay. Well, I grabbed up, I think it was like the one of the last 6-packs. I was just like, oh, this looks interesting. Grabbed it, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I went back to the beer store, and it was gone. And they're like, there's no more coming out. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, oh. Are you shitting me? It happens all the time, Scott. Every time I look out and I want and there's a beer that I really want and I get it and it's like, oh, this is amazing. I go back, it's like, shit, I should have just bought a case. But how was I supposed to know that it was going to be this good until, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, sometimes, that's the way it goes. I mean, as craft beer drinkers, especially things that we haven't tried before, it's like a new adventure. Sometimes it's a great one, and then other times we're let down, seriously. And then we don't want to have to be stuck with another 6-pack that we're not going to drink. But at the same time, even if we only buy a single bottle, like in my case, and you find out that it was that amazing, so did everybody else because they bought it up.
This beer, the Campfire Stout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna give it an A-.
A-?
Yes, it is.
What do you think could have been better to give it that plus?
If they would have put it in bourbon barrel aged.
Oh, there it is.
If they would have bourbon barrel aged it, it would have been phenomenal. I'm serious. But this is up there with the one that Amy sent me, the Duclaw, the
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Jesus beer.
Yeah, the sweet baby Jesus.
Yep.
That goes high water brewery. You're doing a good job. This is a good beer.
Nice.
I'm giving it an A-. So
nice. Well, yes. That's good to hear. It would other people that watch your show, watch your channel, hey, seek this company out, try them.
Yeah, seek this company out. They're out of San Jose, California. Highwaterbrewing.com. They said that this particular one was a 2014 and 2016 gold medal GABF specialty beer.
Nice.
So obviously, next time I go to a beer store, I'm gonna pick up another one of these.
Is there a? They said it was a specialty, but did they win any medals for it?
It said gold medal.
Oh well, then there it is.
So
gold medal winner for a specialty beer.
Right.
Nice.
2 years. For 2 years. So
14 and 16. Okay.
Right.
Still, that's an amazing feat, especially out of how many beers that usually wind up at the GABF. It's amazing that a company that I personally never heard of can wind up winding a solid gold medal from Great American Craft Beer Festival.
Right.
You're talking like 35, 400, or 4,000 different beers that wind up there to be judged. And you're one of the X amount of people that wind up with a specialty beer, and you grab the gold. I mean, I congratulations to the company if they actually have anybody watching.
So, yeah, we just gave, and if there is someone watching, we just gave you the beer and bullshit bump,
That is
as Jim Bab would say. Yep. So, I'm drinking the rest of this. Cheers to High Water. You're doing a good job on that Campfire Stout. Now, the next step is to make it put it in a bourbon barrel aged. Bourbon barrel age it. That's the next step. That's the next step, and it would be A plus, A plus. But I'm giving it A minus. You know, so
He's just looking for that next step up.
actually, that or rum barrels would be cool too.
That it would. I mean, we're all kind of like pirates at heart. Or put it in rum barrel.
Arr, arr. so yeah. I mean, it was it wasn't like overly sweet. It was sweet, but it wasn't like in your face, like overly sweet. You could definitely taste the graham crackers and the marshmallows, some vanilla, the chocolate notes. I mean, it was just it was almost like eating a s'mores,
Just in
liquid s'mores.
right.
So, like I said, you know, I give it an A minus.
Well, at least they saw it out and they nailed what they were planning to do.
Yes. What they said on the description, on the back, is what they intended to do, and that's what they got.
That's what I love about, craft beer companies that actually sought after a specific flavor profile and they nail it. But that's what I dislike about other ones where they say, oh, well, it's supposed to taste like this. It's supposed to have flavor notes like this. And it's like it veers off into like no man's land. And it's like, no. I'm sorry, I just didn't get what you were aiming for. Doesn't mean it was a bad beer. No. But if the brewer's notes are on the back of the bottle or in the flavor profile on their website and stuff like that, and it's just not making it, then I think that there was something amiss in the brewing process.
That might be true. That might be true. Drinking my last Lagunitas brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
There
Brown
is
sugar.
yeah, there is nothing wrong with the brown sugar.
There's nothing wrong with brown sugar, honey. So
After you drink some brown sugar, you wind up with a little something, something.
I don't think so. We have problems on that front for a while. I don't know if you saw that. My wife had surgery. She had a hernia.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So she's out of commission for a little bit. So she ain't could be pouring no sugar on me for a while. So
I was actually going along with the beer names. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, brown sugar, a little something, something.
I've also noticed that the hoppier the beers, the more flies and bugs tend to stay away from those particular beers.
Yep. The more sweeter, the more sugary, the more malty, the more you're going to get.
Yep. The more you attract the flies and stuff like that. So
that's what I was talking to a bunch of bars over the last week. My son's been on vacation, so of course I've got to frequent more bars and whatnot. And I'm like, I see fruit flies in the bar, and they're like, I can't get rid of these stupid things. I'm like, well, because of the fact that you're serving beer. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, fruit flies are going to be attracted to sweeter, sugarier things, and you're serving beer that is sweet and sugary. I said, so
Right.
fruit flies and beer actually come hand in hand. That's the reason
Yep.
why over in Germany, when they were done with their Oktoberfest beers, they would actually sit there and tip the glass upside down to let not only the bartender know, hey, I need another beer, but to keep the flies out of their glass. Hence the reason
Yep.
why they put the lids on them now. They put the lids on them so that the flies and the fruit flies would actually stay out of their beer while they were having a conversation or eating.
Awesome.
I can't wait to go back to Oktoberfest this year so I can get another stein.
Well, my boss is JC's. Does a Oktoberfest. And obviously we supply the beers because, of course, we supply about 80% of the German beers in the market.
Nice.
So yeah, he 1 year we had God, what was it? The Maybach or whatever. It was the Hofbrau Maybach.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, I loved that beer.
Yep.
That was delicious, and supposedly, the owner's mother, loved it as well, and I was just like, she's got a good taste in beer. Because that Maybach was just unbelievably tasty. And you know what? And at 8%, you could not taste it. You cannot taste that 8%. So,
Have you ever seen this one in your market?
no.
Klummerbach.
Klummerbach Eisbach.
Yes, it's an
Yes.
Eisbach. It's a Eisbach, and what they mean by Eisbach is that they sit there and chisel away. They freeze it and chisel away the ice out of the beer and put the alcohol, leave the alcohol, leave the malts, and then rebrew it again for more alcohol, more malts. So it's an actual, like, it's kind of like a triple bock, but with a lower alcohol,
Okay.
or a double bock with more alcohol. And oh my God. I mean, it's just like, it's so flavorful, but at the same time, it's so smooth, so creamy, and dangerous. Because, I mean, it comes in at 9.2, so people like you and I, we might be able to handle one or two of these and still be okay. But your general everyday Don Q public is going to drink one of these, and they're going to be like, dude, that was a good beer. And they're going to be done.
Right.
But overall, I tell people all the time, I'm like, venture out, try new beers. Don't be afraid. If you can get it in a single bottle, don't be afraid to try new beers. I mean, this beer, it cost me, it says $3.09 plus tax for a almost 10% 12-ounce beer. I don't find that a bad deal at all.
I agree.
Is it box style? Matter of fact, my array of glasses here. Here's kind of a trivia question for you. Who's the one big company, worldwide company, that is known for ice distilling?
For ice distilling?
Yes.
Okay, you got me.
BrewDog.
Cool.
BrewDog brewed one of the world's strongest beers, and I believe it came in at like 56%. But they had to ice distill it to actually get that high. And when you're going to do ice distilling, I don't really call it a traditional beer unless you're coming from Germany, where that ice distilling was kind of a thing even back in the late 1800s, late 1700s, late 1500s. I mean, that kind of thing was it was big back then. I mean, you wanted bigger flavor, you wanted stronger flavor, you wanted higher alcohol. I mean, people know even lagering wasn't here in America. I mean, they had so much trouble with, creating lager beers because of the fact that they had to go out to the Atlantic, grab the ice, transport it to wherever they were going to go via train and ice cars, and be able to pack enough of it into that car for the brewing industry to be able to make lagers. So lagers were only a winter style beer. Thank God for refrigeration. And for those that don't know, watch how beer saved the world, and you'll know that the original cold ammonia machine is actually, I believe it's still at the Coors headquarters. Looks like Chris may be absent at the moment. So, for anybody that may or may not be watching, cheers. As most can see, Chris is having audio problems at the moment. We see your lips moving, but we cannot hear you. For those who may or may not be viewing, you may see his lips moving. Hopefully he's not cursing, but at the same time, we cannot hear him. He can hear us. This makes it funny. It's like a Japanese anime film. Hi, I will get you. This is the last straw. No more drinking for you. I will take you down. See, look, there it is. I am Jackie Chan. There is no me. There is only you. End of live broadcast. So I guess that, my friends, is the end of the Beer and Bullshit Show. So I will see you guys again on the flip side. Deuces.